Good morning. This is Dylan Jovine with Behind the Markets. Happy Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, October 7th. And I will tell you something. Wow. Let's talk about AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. The stock shot up 30% yesterday on news that OpenAI, the creator of ChatGPT, AMD has a big contract to sell chips to OpenAI, and OpenAI is going to be taking a stake in AMD. You're going to get 160 million shares. So here's the outline of the deal. OpenAI and AMD have reached a deal that could see Sam Altman's company take a 10% stake in the chip maker. 10% stake in AMD. Wow, that's a big deal. And OpenAI will deploy up to 6 gigawatts of AMD Instinct GPUs over multiple years, beginning with a 1 gigawatt rollout in 2026. So what is that saying? What is that saying? First of all, AMD issued OpenAI a warrant for up to 160 million shares with vesting tied to deployment and share price milestones. What is this saying? What this is saying is that OpenAI thinks AMD's chips are good. They're GPUs, not just NVIDIA's. AMD has good chips too. OpenAI wants to make sure that it has the chip supply of these high quality chips to do its rollout. Basically, that's what it's saying. And it's saying AMD's chips are there. And AMD has been one of our key themes for Breakthrough Wealth members. I mean, we talked about it. We recommended it at what price was it that we recommended it? We recommended AMD here at $121 a share. So $121 a share. We recommended it. And now, the stock yesterday jumped up to 220. So it's up 50%. And here's the thing. The market cap's around 300 billion right now. And you think about that. NVIDIA has $4 trillion market cap. Basically, what this does is it supports our thesis, which was that AMD really offers a competing, especially with the CEO of AMD, Lisa Su. She is a seriously tough competitor. Seriously tough competitor. You do not want to sleep on this woman. This woman is ferocious. So she obviously has really brought a product that OpenAI really won't throw in a piece of. And it tells you that NVIDIA, their GPUs, they're not the only game in town. But why such a big deal? Why such a gigantic deal with OpenAI is going to actually take a stake in AMD? Look, what's happening now is this is why you see in the press every day, all these AI companies, they're building data centers. They're using massive chips. They're striking deals for $100 billion. 200 billion, 500 billion, these outrageous numbers. Why? It is not because of the ChatGPT that lives in your computers. That is not why you're seeing trillions of dollars invested in this. Not at all. Okay. That we have the infrastructure for. They are building out the future. You're getting a glimpse of the future. It is not about AI. It is about EI. Embodied intelligence and agentic AI, meaning software that you could tell it what to do. Travel agent software, for example. Hey, I got 10 grand. Book me and my wife a trip to Europe for 10 days. And it just does all the booking. That means massive amounts of data centers, electricity, and processing chips are needed to bring that vision to life. Agentic AI. Embodied intelligence, EI, as we talk about, massive amounts of chips and data and electricity are needed to bring that vision to life. This is why we've been so all over these stocks in basically all of our portfolios for the most part, but Breakthrough Wealth in particular. So what AMD is saying here, and by the way, just as a one entrepreneur to another, what Sam Altman doing is very clever. He's basically, think of business as war for money. So basically what he's trying to do here with OpenAI is he has competitors like ChatGPT is not the only chatbot. You think of Anthropic, Claude, you think of Perplexity, you think of all these other chatbots. So you want to make sure that people don't stop using your chatbot and start using another one. What you do is you try to build a castle so you have a defendable, durable competitive advantage. That's the idea here. So he's cutting deals like with Cisco, he's cutting deals with AMD, he's cutting deals with Microsoft, so that all of those partners have a vested interest in making sure that his AI is stitched into the fabric of the internet. It's really wild. really very smart, but it's a clinic on how to be an entrepreneur, especially in an area that investing in that future of AI. Because again, the chatbots that you're seeing today, and you ask your chatbot a question. I'm looking for a good sci-fi movie that's like this, or you upload your medical records, or you do this, you do it. That chatbot, that is not what all this spending is about. These eye-popping crazy numbers, that is not what it's about. What it's about is embodied intelligence, agentic intelligence, these things that we talk about in our EI special report. Now, I know sometimes we're early to these things. I know sometimes we sit and we recommend things and we're a little bit early. I get it. I understand. That has been a little bit of a fair knock. We recommended AMD in March 21st, but 121.39 a share. And here we are in October, and the stock basically went down a little bit, went up. But we are telling you that with the CEO of AMD, with what the future of AI looks like, that these are the companies you want to really get involved in. And in our report on embodied intelligence, we hammer that theme home for the companies, the next round of companies that we think are just going to explode, because we feel like we have some idea of what the future looks like. I almost want to slap myself for saying that out loud. But when you read the 10Ks and the annual reports and you listen to what these tech guys are talking about in their earnings calls, they're painting a picture of the future. So all you got to do is listen to them. And what we've been doing is actually just listening to them and then placing our bets around the table. Anyway, AMD, wow. Think about it. AMD has a $300 billion market cap or thereabouts. NVIDIA has a $4 trillion market cap. Think about what kind of room AMD has to run. Anyway, that's all I have. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow.